My name is Matthew Dressel, and I wrote the pilot Galloping Meadows, and I co-wrote it with a writer named Patrick Golamco. And Patrick will be joining me in the interview today. Hey, Patrick.
Hey, Matt.
So I came up with the idea for Galloping Meadows, which is about a crazy, eccentric owner of an apartment complex and all the various wacky ideas that he employs to make his complex a really crazy place to live. I came up with the idea because I'd read a lot about pilots and television structure, and everybody kept talking about, you need to be able to figure out where your show is going to be by season 3 or 4 or 5. And so I wanted an idea where I could see potentially a lot of plot lines coming from that one idea. And so I thought putting it in an apartment complex, it keeps it fresh because we have a never-ending set of characters that could come to the apartment. With any new character could come a brand new plot line. So I could see it going for many, many seasons. It took me a few months to write it. Pilot structure is very different from what I'm primarily doing, which is feature screenwriting. And so it was my first pilot I've ever written. And so it took me a little bit, and I got stuck on the third act. And so I reached out to Patrick, who I had read his New Girl spec script, and so I knew we had similar comedic sensibilities. And I asked Patrick to take a crack at it. And so how did you feel when I sent that your way, Patrick?
Well, I love the characters and the deadpan style of humor. So all I had to do was, come up with an ending that resonated emotionally. And so I came up with the whole saving the apartment complex cliffhanger that also set up the arc for the season. I've written a couple of comedy spec scripts before, but this is the first pilot that I've co-written.
I entered Scriptapalooza because I actually have entered it before and won with a Modern Family spec script I wrote a few years ago, and I know the ins and outs of the competition, and it's a really great competition, and it gives you a lot of good exposure, and so I was really eager to enter it again. If I could write for one TV show, it would probably be Silicon Valley, because that is by far the one of the smartest comedies on TV right now, and it fits with my comedic style that I have.
Right now, I'd love to write for BoJack Horseman. I don't know how they make that show so funny and sad at the same time. Be cool to see how they do it.